What's going on, guys? It's Seth Ford here, and today I am back with another video, and this time I'm going to be talking about my favorite team in college basketball, which is the UNC Tar Heels at home with a nice, solid win versus a good team in the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, who were currently 11-3 and 2-1 in the conference play, and this is a solid quad 2 win for the Carolina Tar Heels, who are now 10-6, 3-1 in the conference play. So far, not a bad stint to the ACC play, though I wish UNC would have beaten Louisville. I feel like they had a good chance to at Louisville, but it is what it is. But man, RJ Davis, Ian Jackson, Drake Powell, and of course Jalen Washington, even though he had 0 points, he made a big difference against SMU, who pretty much had like a pretty tall team. And of course, Samet Yagitoglu, the freshman dude who is 7'2", a center, only had 4 points against Jalen Washington. He had a great game. Jalen Washington had 4 blocks against SMU, which is solid from him. So it was good to see him in the paint. It was good to see Hubert Davis just utilizing the bench and utilizing James Brown got to play for a little bit, though he kind of had a turnover. But he just had 3 minutes a game, so it kind of sucks to see him not play that much. But I wish Hubert Davis did play him more because they desperately need, I guess you can say, a center because those guys are young. But still, Van Lubin, Jalen Withers all had 7 points. Elliot Cadeau had 7 points. Elliot Cadeau, which he started out good in the first half, but then he got cold. He still struggles with fouls. I don't understand what the whole reason is with the refs versus Elliot Cadeau. Though Elliot Cadeau isn't a great shooter and all, but he is a good defender-ish, or a semi-good defender. But for some reason, he just gets a lot of fouls. And of course, he does still have 4 turnovers per game, which UNC and Hubert Davis needs to work on. But RJ Davis, great game last night. It was great to see RJ Davis finally having one of the solid games, especially against SMU, which SMU, in my non-biased opinion, in my perspective from last night's game, they kind of looked off a little bit. Though they are a good team. They were supposed to be the best 3-point type team in the ACC, which UNC did a great job playing great defense last night, holding them with like 23 through 69 field goal attempts with only 33%, and only holding them from 4 for 18, which 22% of the 3-point line, which was solid in my opinion for UNC because they played great defense last night. Drake Powell, I mean, this guy has been going off. Not really off, as you say, but he had a solid, great game last night with 17 points. He had about 7 rebounds. Or no, he had about 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, which also carry into points off of blocks. And of course, he had 3 turnovers, but still, he played awesome on defense and played awesome on offense. Had 3 or 4 threes early on in the game, which or midway through the game, which helped UNC get a big lead. Also, UNC, for some reason, like in the second half, they just kind of like play sloppy, play a little bit offbeat, and then let teams come back, which some fans are complaining about why they put RJ Davis or kept a lot of the players back in and not let the bench players play. But it is what it is. And just a solid win overall for UNC because they needed this type of win, especially going into Saturday, I believe, versus NC State at NC State. So that's going to be a tough game because it's a rivalry game. It's a tough environment there too. And so I'm happy that UNC got the win. They're 10-6 overall and 3-1 in conference play. So let's go ahead and just go through just everybody and the points, and then I'll give it the stats from the players, and I'll give the stats also from team-wise as well. And so the top 3 scorers, as you guys can see on the screen right here, we got RJ Davis with 26 points. We got Drake. We got Ian Jackson with 18 points. So we got Drake Powell with 17 points, and of course a big stat, which is Jalen Washington, 0 points, but he also had 3 rebounds. He had 3 assists. Crazy. 4 blocks, 1 turnover, and 3 personal fouls. So, overall, didn't shoot the ball, but played great defensively last night. Drake Powell, of course, 17 points, went 6 for 13 field goal range, 4 for 6 for 3-point line, 1 for 3 free throw. Rebounds, he had 4 total rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers, and 3 fouls. Ian Jackson had 8, and he also had 35 minutes, which is a career high for him as well. Then we have Ian Jackson. We have 18 points, 5 for 11 field goal range, 3 for 7 for 3-point range. He was insane with his like layups and stuff. He was just going off too. 5 or 6 from free throw line. He had 7 rebounds total, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 personal foul, and of course Ellie Cadeau had 7 points, 3 for 6 field goal range, 1 for 1, and 0 from 3-point or 1 for 1 with 3-point line. And of course he had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 4 turnovers, and 4 personal fouls, which hopefully in the long run that he can reduce the fouls and just play good ball, in my opinion. RJ Davis, like I said before, great game from him. Had 26 points, 8 through 15 field goal percentage, or just 15, 3 from 6, 3 out of 6 3-point, and then of course 7 from 9 field goal percentage. And also he had 5 rebounds, had 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover, and 4 fouls. Some of the fouls were kind of cheap, in my opinion. And then on the bench, we have Van Lubin, had 7 points. Jalen Withers had 7 points. That was just the rest off of the bench. And, of course, overall, in the team-wise, they shot 27 for 57 with 47%. And the three-point percentage, they shot 11 out of 22, which is 50%. And, of course, free throw percentage, they had 17 out of 24, which is 70%. All right, lastly, we'll go through SMU's, which the top 3 scorers of this game last night was we had B.J. Edwards had 15 points, Matt Cross, who usually is their like 3-point guy, 13 points, and then we have Chuck Harris. Of course, there's always going to be one of those guys off the bench and just go off. He had 18 points and he shot 3 for 8 from 3-point range, 16 for 6 for 13 field goal range as well. And of course, Jalen Washington played excellent defense against that 7'2" guy, Samet Yikituglu. If I pronounced that last name wrong, I'm sorry. And now, lastly, let's go ahead and go through the team stats. And the team stats, field goal percentage, like I said before, SMU went 23 out of 69, horrible, 33%. And of course, UNC 27 out of 57, not great, but still better than SMU, which is 47%. 3-point range, 4 out of 18 for SMU, 11 out of 22 for UNC. Awesome to see them make threes. I guess you can say they live and die by a 3. And of course, they shot 50%, and of course, SMU shot 22%. And finally, a team not shooting lights out from the 3 against UNC. All right, free throw percentage. SMU went 17 out of 21, which is 81%. And of course, UNC went 17 from 24, 70%. Yeah, they didn't really shoot well from the free throw line last night. Rebounds, UNC had 39, and SMU had 41. Still not a bad percentage comparison between the two schools, and UNC is smaller than SMU. And of course, the offensive rebounds, SMU had 15 compared to UNC's 7. Defensive rebounds, SMU had 26 compared to UNC's 32, which that is actually really surprising and really good to see, in my opinion. And of course, assists, SMU had 7, UNC had 17. Steals, SMU had 11, UNC had 8. Blocks, SMU had 4, and of course, UNC had 7 blocks, which was actually really good and kind of a rare stat to see, in my opinion. Total turnovers, UNC still led with 14 turnovers out of SMU's 11. Still, I mean, not bad compared to recent games, so that's good to see. And of course, points off of turnovers, UNC with 18, and of course, SMU 14. So that's still a solid C from UNC with 18 points off of turnovers. Fast break points, UNC 15, and of course, SMU 7. And honestly, if I don't care about the fast pace going down and back court like every announcer always like raves about when UNC does. I just want them to win. That's all that matters. I don't care about that stat that they're one of the best with the fast break points type thing, which is great for UNC. but sometimes it can be sloppy turnovers as well. All right, so points in the paint, which this is actually a great sign from UNC. They had 26 points in the paint, and SMU also had 26 points in the paint, but it's still great to see that UNC had 26 points in the paint. Usually they miss a lot of layups, but this was great to see from UNC. Fouls, almost about even. SMU had 16 fouls, and of course UNC had 18. Technical fouls, SMU had 1 against Ian Jackson, I think that, and of course, no, it was against RJ Davis when he got punched in the face. Not punched in the face, but elbowed in the face, I think, last night. And hopefully he'll be fine going into versus NC State. And lastly, we have the largest lead of the night. UNC had a 25-point lead, and they led pretty much the whole game. And SMU did not have any lead, which was awesome to see again for UNC. So, great win. Final score, like I said before, 82-67. UNC moves on to go 10-6, 3-1 in conference, and SMU goes 11-4 and 2-2 in conference. Solid quad 2 win for UNC. And I'll probably post another video about UNC after the NC State game. I may do it a day after because last night it was just too late. And of course, I got to go to work the next day. All right, guys, Step4 here. Hope you enjoyed this video. If I talk too fast, let me know in the comments below. Just comment down below what you think about this video. And it's just my thoughts. I think they played a great game, though they need to stop being sloppy when they have the lead in the second half. And it was just a great game to see. Big game coming up Saturday. Hopefully UNC would win. All right, guys, Step4 here. You all have a great rest of the day. Peace out.